Oh, you want me to speak? I have nothing to say. What do you mean? I mean, what needs to be said? I'm not an arrogant man. I'm not. A simple meal, a simple drink, I'm not an arrogant man. So, the words I say does not come from an arrogant place. I'm very kind. I'm the last born. I'm the baby of my family. And as the last born, as you all know, you're taught to be very nice. So again, I'm a very nice, open man. I'm open. So this post-match is going to be called Thought. I would call this post-match Open Thought, featuring the meal and the drink. And guys, I'm being very serious right now. Press pause. Snack, meal, food, drink. Do not watch my videos. Don't watch this video without a meal and a drink. Okay, you can have a meal with no drink, but at least have a meal with you. Bare minimum. When I speak and I talk about football, I don't mean to be arrogant. I'm not trying to be arrogant. But in life, specifically with football analysis, there are certain home truths. Good. Black bean sauce, quality. Best sauce out there. China, thank you. When I talk, when I analyze football, it's not from an arrogant place. I've been watching football religiously since I was about 6-7 years old. I have owned every single management game. I obsessed about football tactics and player things. So you're talking to a guy who has been obsessed about football, management, tactics, strategies, watched way too much football since he was 6 years old. I wasn't like most kids. I was different. I was different. I told you I've got a few screws loose. I'm not a regular cat. I'm cut from a different cloth. So when I tell you that a player is top 5, I'm not trying to be arrogant. I just feel that it's in your best interest to at least say, you know what, he might be telling the truth. Let me investigate. So you don't have to fully believe it, but if you look at my work and my track record and how I've analyzed the game of football for several years, starting this whole channel back in 2010, you know that I take this stuff very real. Take this stuff very real. I'll crack a few jokes here and there, but at the very core, this is the home of football analysis. It is. I mean, it is. So, when I say dude is top 5, it's top 5. When I say dude is a brick, he's a brick. When I say dude has the potential to be something great, he has the potential to be something great. When I say dude is a goal scorer, that's what he is. When I say dude, this guy's not going to amount to something, he probably won't be. Because I use the eye test. It's old school. I get it. It's old school. It's old school. Okay, you know, it's an olden days thing. But sometimes that old school, back in the day, 1847 type thing, sometimes it works. My ZAD agenda has been called an agenda. Guys, by the way, this is going to be really long, so, I mean, because we're going to go in. So, we're going to go in. My ZAD agenda has been called an agenda, and I think that is where it's been false, where people have viewed this as an agenda. I want to rewind the tape. Maybe back 2 or 3 years, when Sanchez came onto the scene for Arsenal. I said that Sanchez was better than Hazard. It's what I said. I said Sanchez is better than Hazard. Now, by me saying that, I still acknowledged the quality that Homeboy had. I still acknowledge the quality that Hazard had. No, this guy has ability, but he disappears into too many games. He's not an alpha, doesn't realize the talent that he once has. He dribbles it in cul-de-sacs. And he's inconsistent. So, the criticisms I had from Hazard years ago are the same criticisms they have of him now. I was having those criticisms before, where I said, no, Sanchez is more consistent, is more dynamic, has much more of an impact, but is far braver, far more direct, and has a much more of a cutting edge than Hazard does. Hazard is just, this is a very talented player. But talent is not enough. I need to see that extra yard. That extra yard of taking the reins, taking responsibility for the team. That's what I need. So years go by. Sanchez sort of up and down. The World Cup. Now, coming into the World Cup, I was like, yeah, Belgium have a pretty good team, you know, Hazard, Zedebra, but my focus was on De Bruyne. Because it was De Bruyne who really helped Belgium in that World Cup game against America. And as I always said that, no, De Bruyne shows up for Belgium. Hazard never does. De Bruyne is really that dude. Sometimes players have an epiphany, a coming of age, a turning point where something just switches. Which is why I tell people that the World Cup is very important. I know people say, okay, the World Cup is not that important, it's relevant, it's not that big. We have to understand this. The World Cup is a global event. People that know nothing about football whatsoever, they know nothing about the Champions League, Premier League, La Liga, they know about the World Cup. It's the biggest stage. It is the biggest sporting event in the entire world. So when Hazard did what he did at that World Cup, where he was arguably the best player at the World Cup, something switched. something switched. And people say, what was it that switched? What was it that switched? Because what we are seeing now, the genesis came from the World Cup. And I keep on saying this to people, and this is a running theme of my football analysis. Everyone is talented, everyone can dribble, everyone can shoot, everyone has technique, because once at a level where everyone is of a reasonable same level of technique, what separates the good from the great? What separates the tier 2s from the tier 1s? The tier 1s from the chief or guys? Is this. Your mentality, your psychology, knowing who you are. Knowing who you are. That's that mentality thing, bro. Knowing who you are. So, before the World Cup, it was Eden Hazard. Quality player. Talented. Has the ability to really do some great things, but really doesn't take over it's a team. People want to know, when was Zad born? Zad wasn't born last year. Or 2 years ago. Zad was born during the game against France, the semi-final. Because what Zad did, playing with a team that was on the losing side, was, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to be part of the team. No, I'm the hero. I'm that dude. I'm the guy that people look towards. I'm the 2006 Zidane. I'm the 1986 Maradona. I'm the 1998 Ronaldo. Oh, I'm that dude. Oh, I'm supposed to be the alpha. These, my subjects, my kids, my children, they look to me as the father to lead them on. Oh, that's what it is, and that was the switch. Hence, Eden Hazard was no more. Zad was born. So, after the World Cup, Zad now knew that, okay, because Eden Hazard was meek, he was like, look, let me just play my football and everything. But Zad told Eden that, look, you got to be the alpha, bro. So Zad said, look, Eden can sometimes creep up here and there. This is Zad's time now. Zad's taking over. This is new-ish now. So when we look at, because I'm building up, guys, I told you this is going to be long. I told you to grab a meal and a drink. It's going to be long. This is going to be so deep. I'm going so deep. It's because you know what? I've been waiting for this day. Because all I needed for my narrative was what he did. That's what I needed, because I took so much insults. I've been insulted, I've been vilified. They've abused me, they've yabbed me, they've dragged me through the streets. My name has been dropped in the streets. But the beauty about HH is that I absorb the insults. I take the bullets. I say, take it, fine. I've cried, tears. I say, it's fine, it's cool. Because there are a million lies. Nay, there are a billion lies. There are a trillion lies. There's only one truth. There's only one truth. So I maintained the truth that now, here's what it is. So I needed an event. I just needed something to blow this wide open. And he did it. So I'm going to just build up to what we saw Zad do. These guys will like, let me laugh. Guys, so you would afford me to celebrating this. Come on, guys, look, man. Chill, man. No, relax. Like, just relax. I'll get it. So look, man, building up to this whole thing, man. Because I just needed Zad to just give me that moment. I spoke to Zad before the game. I said, Zad, look, I'm taking a lot of insults. I need something from you. Just something for me to use. Just something to use. Just please something. Zad said, chill. I was like, hey, what does chill mean? I need something to use for the narrative. I'm getting destroyed out here. Twitter is destroying me. So I said, chill. Now I know what chill meant. So when we look at this game right now, it's a must-win game, top 4. Why Higain was started, I have no idea. I have no idea why Higain was started. So I mean, because Sarri, you almost got it right. Unless you're saving Giroud for Slavia Prague, why isn't thinking correct? But you got it almost right. You know, you had your boy, even if Chris Stitcher started as well, you had your boy, homeboy, what's your boy playing? You had your boy, what's the chief playing? It was nice. But Zach was definitely in the mood. He was definitely in the mood in this game, and you could just say he was really feeling himself in this game. Have you been to a park? It's a friendly question. How many of you guys play park football? How many? Comment below. Comments below, man. Comment below. How many of you played park football? If you've played park football, you know those times when most of us, like me, we've never been semi-pro. We play for a laugh. But sometimes there's that guy that comes in, and this guy's probably semi-pro. And because he's a friend of a friend of a friend, and he just plays. And this guy will literally just dribble through the entire pitch. And will actually dribble through the center. And he can only do this because he's playing against guys who either are overweight, low on stamina, play this like once a week on a full-on amateur level, and this guy you're playing against is a full-on pro, so he can literally dribble through the center here, and everybody in the park will be like, oh yeah, this pro dude look cool. Okay, we're not professional, so chill. But that's what would happen in a game with a pro against amateurs. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the Premier League. Unless I'm wrong. No. If I'm wrong, then please. I'm sorry, then please do the back. But if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I believe. Let me use that word. I believe that this is the Premier League. In the Oxford Dictionary, the word Premier, it means top, the very best. So this is high professional. So, in such a setting, in a high professional setting, there is no way a man picks up the ball from the middle of the pitch and goes through the middle and dribbles through the middle of the defense and puts the ball in. That doesn't happen in Premier League football. Now, in the park, that happens. I've seen that happen in the park. I've seen that happen in the park where a guy has picked up the ball from the middle and he goes through. And he does it because we are a bunch of bricks. Not, look, man, look, I still have skills to relax, chill. I'm not a brick. What the hell? Are you mad? Chill, man. My name is HH, man. Look, man, I was a pro. I was signed by AC Milan before. Chill. What I'm saying is that were not as fit as this guy. Because this player that goes through, this guy's like a pro. So it makes sense that the pro will do it against the amateurs, but not amongst pros. Not amongst pros. So we have to discuss it. We have to discuss the goal. I didn't want to do, guys. Let me be real with you. I'll be real. I didn't want to do this post match. I was like, you know what? The haters don't deserve this. They don't. How did I start this vid? I'm a nice guy. I'm the baby of my family. I'm the last born. And the doctor said, this is one of the nicest human beings this world has ever seen. That's what the doctor said. The doctor told my mom that, you know what? This is one of the nicest kids out there. This kid has a heart of gold. That's what they told my mother. I was like, what? My mom said, what? What do you mean he has a heart of gold? The doctor said, he has a heart of gold. That's what they told me. So I'm the nicest guy in the world, baby. So I didn't want to do this to the haters. Because you know what? Hate. Please hate. All I advise is that hate only breeds more hate, and hate makes you unhealthy. But then I thought to myself, I said, you know what, HH? This isn't about getting at the haters. You should do this video because it's important to educate. I was like, you know what? That's a great idea, HH. And then I got the meal. I got the malt. And I said, I'm going to educate, not hate. Educate. Not hate. Educate. So, we need to discuss that goal. That's what it's called. Shh. Let me take it back. Easy. Oh, that feels good. No, guys, this is a good meal. No, come on. Okay, I'll be real. This is it's a really good meal. It's like black beans, so. It's black bean sauce because of peppers in it. This is quality. Guys, show me that meal. Okay, come on, let's be real. Let's go on now. Guys, come on. I know that you hate him. I know you never accept his sad. You know what? I know, yeah, his crab's overrated. Okay. How can a man in the professional Premier League game take the ball from the halfway line and run to the middle? That can't happen in a Premier League match. I told you. That happens in the park. That happens on the streets every day. I see that on the street every single day. That's the street. Okay, that's the street. This isn't the street. This is the Premier League game. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Chill. I make mistakes. If it's only the Premier League game, okay, I'm sorry. But I checked Sky Sports. I looked at the TV guide. West Ham are a Premier League club. Yeah, Premier League club. They've been in the Premier League for a long time. Yeah. So this is just like a Premier League game. Like, you can't allow a man to do that in a Premier League game. You can't. That's what I've changed that. So, normally I do that whole acting thing now. I've gone full on Nigeria right now. You cannot allow that guy to do that thing. You can't let him to go through the center. You can't. You cannot do it. Please. I beg, please. So, when he does that, because this isn't just about the goal. Guys, don't go. No. I told you. This is not about the goal. Because this video is important because I told you, educate, not hate. But at the same time, I have been insulted far too much. Far too much. And for a guy that's this nice, this sexy, nice, devilishly good looking, it doesn't make any sense for you to attack me like this. It makes no sense. Zad put a clinic on that scene. It was a very good Chelsea performance. I'm going to get to Kante, so don't you dare. No. That boy Kante, I'm going to get to him. But Zad put on a clinic. Now, I'm ready to refute the big criticism. So before you type, I know how you're going to type. It's only West Ham. It's only West Ham. Chill. Don't get to me. What did the kids now say? Because I don't really know the slangs. I only speak pidgin, Nigerian slangs. I don't know the slangs. Gassed. Don't get gassed. Don't get gassed based off West Ham. Okay. Salah doesn't score that goal against West Ham. Aguero doesn't score that goal against West Ham. De Bruyne doesn't score that goal against West Ham. Name any top player in the Premier League. They do not score that goal against West Ham. The only two players that score that kind of goal against West Ham is either Neymar or Messi. I think you know where I'm going with this. Don't you? The only two players that score that kind of goal, because that is a disrespectful goal. It's not an amazing goal. No, it's not. It's not a wonderful goal. It's not an incredible goal. It's not a dynamic goal. It isn't. It's not an amazing goal. The goal isn't amazing. It's not. It's a disrespectful goal because you have no business scoring that goal in a professional game. You don't. You don't. But moving on from that goal, when you look at Zad, his passing, his dribbling, his playmaking, why would you still deny it? So I think right now I'm becoming like an investigator. So when you just see all the kind of aspects that this guy does, why would you still deny this man of his talents and his abilities? Why? For what reason? There was a section, and I wish I took a picture of it. And this tells you the power of a player. There was a time in the second half that Zad had the ball, and there were 3 or 4. I think there were 4 West Ham players all trying to stop him. That picture tells you where I'm going with this. You can deny it. Please deny it. Please deny it. I am not here to change people's views because people have a certain view and they will stick to that view forever. So you know what? Fine. It's your prerogative. But when a team feels or deems necessary to employ 4 players to one man, why do you think that is? But the key thing here is this. That performance that Zad had, goal scoring, passing, creating, playmaking, ridiculous dribbling. He dribbled at will, multiple players, constantly getting fouled. What other player in the Premier League has a performance like that against West Ham? Because a lot of people say, oh, it's only West Ham. What other player has a performance like that against West Ham? Zad is too good for Chelsea. That's the reality. He is too good. Any Chelsea fan that says he must stay, he must remain, he mustn't leave, you're not being realistic. If Chelsea by top players and everything, then man, Zad, stay man. But it makes no sense if Chelsea don't buy the best of the very best to surround Zad for him to stay. A player this good has to play amongst the very best. He simply has to. He simply has to. He simply has to. But look, I want to bring Kante into this. I want to bring Kante into this. Kante is the best all-round footballer in the world. I don't want to hear any difference. So this guy has gone from being a DM to a box-to-box, defensively astute, excellent reading of the game. Now he's now a very good passer who always makes great footballing decisions. Now this guy can now create a shot for himself. This guy has now improved offensively. This guy can now create. He is at home defensively. He's at home in midfield. He's at home in the final third. There is no other player in the world that's like this. There's no other player who is either a 7 or 8 out of 10 in defense, in midfield, and in attack. I mean, this guy is incredible. Like, I didn't know he had this in him. I'm like, no, he's the best all-round footballer in the world. Easily. That's not up for debate. He's the best all-round footballer in the world. But look, for Chelsea, man, your boy Nini, his whole thing, trust in the process, that's what Nini always says. The process will take a hit if Zad leaves, but what you're seeing are the seeds of a serious team here. Like Loftus-Cheek played, he fits in beautifully well, and you're not seeing what Hudson-Odoi, because again, for Hudson-Odoi, if only he played more games, you're now seeing how well he fits into this team. The runs he makes, the passes he makes, and just how he lodges in. He is just a far better fit, footballing-wise, on a psychological level, than Pedria, or you want to call them William Nedro. He simply is. So, again, I said Christensen should really be next to Lewis. And look at Emerson. Again, not the greatest wing back, but so much of a better option and brings far so much more than now loser Alonso. Far so much more. So for Chelsea, man, look, man, can they get top four? I have no idea. I still believe that it's all about the Europa League. But what you're seeing is a team that's in cohesion, team that has chemistry. And what I will say, the guy can't start. I'm sorry. Nah, that guy's a bench player. Giroud is the starting striker. He's a starting striker. He simply works better for this team. So, sorry, don't try and fit a triangle into a flipping square. No. Or a ball into a square peg. No. I know Higuain was your boy. I know that he did well for you. And Napoli is 2019 right now. He's not as relevant as he was years ago. Giroud is simply the better option. But just in closing, what now? Is he still overrated? Oh, he's inconsistent? Nah. He does have business. Yeah, he has a really good team. He's not doing any heavy lifting. So you will look at a goal like that he scored, because I'll tell you this right now. I'll tell you this right now. Footballing wise, in an offensive sense, I'm not sure I've seen a better individual offensive performance over 90 minutes than what I just saw Zad do. So, name any in the Premier League. So, to be very clear, I've never seen a better individual offensive performance like that in the Premier League. Now, a guy may have had a great 20 minutes, a great 10 minutes, a guy has scored a hat-trick. But the footballing quality I saw from an individual for 90 minutes, I don't think I've ever seen from an individual before, over 90 minutes before. No, I haven't. I haven't seen that level of goal scoring, that level of technique, of ball control, of dribbling, of passing, of creativity, of playmaking, of footballing acumen. I've never seen that level of that over 19 minutes. Never seen it before. So, even if it's West Ham or whatever, West Ham are still a professional team. It's a professional Premier League team that allowed a human being to run through the middle of their team like we're playing on the street. Now, are we playing on the street? If we are, then everything I've said is complete crap. But if we're not playing on the street and this is the Premier League, so guys, as I said, I'm going to finish my meal. I'm going to finish my drink while I edit this feed. I know what I want from people. I want you just to think. I don't want your apology. I don't want your apology. It's too late. It's too late. And I'm a nice guy. I don't even feel bad about it. Keep saying he's overrated. Keep saying he's a loser. Look at that goal that he scored and that performance and say, nah, it's West Ham. Fine. Fine. But the funny thing is this. In the privacy of your home, away from the computer, away from YouTube, away from Twitter, away from Facebook, in the privacy of your home, in your room, you will say, damn it, HH is right. Or rather, damn it, all along, HH was right. This isn't an arrogant thing. That's why, see, if I demanded an apology, that's me being arrogant. And the thing I despise the most in people is arrogance. I despise arrogance more than anything. So I try my best not to be arrogant. So whenever I'm like, HH is that, I do it for jokes. I just do it for jokes. But really, I despise arrogant people. So I'm not here to say, hey man, you are right. No. Because what Zad did was so real that I don't need to force people to say anything. Because if you look at what Zad did and you're like, and you come up with another excuse, go. It's fine. It's cool. But, for Chelsea fans, man, it is what it is. That man cannot remain at the club. He can't. It makes no sense whatsoever. You can look left, look right. You can be as tribalistic as you want. If you use your brain, a player that's good, with the players that are already around at the club, and with the transfer ban locking, even if there's not a transfer ban, Chelsea's pull and the kind of players that they can get, it's not enough to keep a player of Zad's quality. So Zad, it's not whether Zad will or will not go. He has to go. And if you appreciate what Zad has done for Chelsea, what he has given to Chelsea, how important he has been to those Premier League titles and those FA Cup titles, you should support him going. And if he does go, you should be like, thank you. Because as Chelsea fans, you can say that I think we might have housed one of the best players in the Premier League. One of. Because again, look, man, can bring Dennis Bergkamp, can bring Henry, can bring Sol Campbell, can bring Ashley Cole, can bring Lampard, Gerrard, you can bring Zola, one of my personal favorite players, Zola himself. So many players. But, and that's the whole point of our debate, an argument can be made based purely on ability. Passing, ball control, dribbling, technique, playmaking, creativity, finishing, goal scoring. Now, this might be one of the best players that the Premier League has ever had if he does end up leaving. And, I mean, what more can he ask for? But just to even go deeper, take tribalism out of this whole thing, because I think tribalism, harms us. Oh, I'm Liverpool, I'm Chelsea, I'm United, I'm Arsenal, I must hate you. Yeah? I mean, you can hate people, and that's just fun, or again, one of these terms, banter. I told you I'm Nigerian, I don't know what all these terms mean. I think they call it banter or whatever. You can have all of these things and fine. But I believe that surely football should be the shining beacon. Our love for football should come above our love for our country, our club, or our team, or whatever. Because at the end of the day, we all come together because of the love of football. We all come together because we appreciate and love the legends, the horsemen, and so forth. So if you love football and you see the way that Zad plays the game, if you love football, you have to just sit back and admire and be like, yeah, man, I don't support Barcelona. But as a football fan, I look at Messi and I'm like, my God in heaven, wow. you know, like as I said again, I don't support Liverpool, but I can sit back and be like, man, some of Van Dijk's defending, jeez. This guy's I don't support PSG, but I can look back and like, my gosh, as a guy who played central midfield, the way things that Marco Verratti does, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Surely football should always be the winner. Thanks for watching the video. Now think about becoming a Football Hot patron by pledging an amount each month and then gain access to exclusive content only on the Football Hot patron page. Peace. Head over to the official site at halffootballhot.com or just click over here.